Berkshire with Andrew Peach. Good morning. Wednesday, 3rd of May, West Berkshire local election debate coming up only here. First of all, we've been talking about some of the events for the coronation. What if you're having a party of your own, having some friends, family, neighbours around? How can you do it? How can you have a coronation party without breaking the bank? What do you eat? What do you drink? What do you play? What do you put on the playlist? Here's party planner Liz Taylor. Morning, Liz.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Don't know what we're going to do, actually. What normally happens on these occasions is there's something going on in the village that we, at the very last minute, decide to go down to and have a fantastic time. At least that's what happened for the Platinum Jubilee last year. If we decide to do it with friends and neighbours, give us some thoughts on how to create a brilliant, memorable coronation party, but not spend more money than you've got.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's never about how much you spend, it's how you spend it. So first of all, are you in charge of this party, Andrew?
Am I in charge of it? Oh, please, as if. I can make, subtle suggestions from the sidelines. That's about as far as it goes.
Okay, so let's assume, no, you wouldn't be in charge of it because you're male and it's only females that can organise anything efficiently. But anyway, moving on.
I quite agree. You get no argument from me on that.
I would ask all the guests, first of all, to submit 5 or 6 of their favourite songs from any era. So, if you've got kids there of 3 or 4, they can have Wheels on the Bus. They can have the nursery rhymes. And if you've got people in their 70s and 80s who want a little bit of Glenn Miller or a little bit of Frank Sinatra, create the ultimate playlist from all the eras that we've got, because music is the key ingredient to any event. You never go home saying I had a great sandwich or I had a great piece of chicken. You go home saying, oh my God, we had the best time. We had too much to drink. And, it was wonderful and that we danced our socks off all night. That's what partying is all about. And I think that is what the King and the Queen Consort want us to do. They want us to party. They want us to embrace it. Okay. She's come up with this quiche, which I think is really brilliant because, no queen has ever come up with a quiche before. I'm not cooking, so I'm going to go down to the supermarket and I'm going to create a picnic basket with quiche and little sandwiches and little jellies and all bite-sized stuff that's going to take me through the entire day because I'm not moving from outside with my red, white, blue umbrella.
That's interesting. So you're thinking don't build in complicated stuff to cook because that, in the end takes someone out of enjoying themselves.
100%. Just make life easy for yourself, but it doesn't have to be expensive. And, if there's a whole group of you, all allocate a job to each person. So somebody does the sandwiches, somebody does like the mini bites, somebody will sort the quiches out, pool the money, and then create all these individual little boxes that are served. And you can put the kids with crowns on or, tiaras on or whatever, and involve and embrace everybody. Okay. And then the key thing here is the milk bottles. Now, the milk bottles are filled with Prosecco for the ladies and I suppose Prosecco for the men, I'm afraid, on this occasion. You have to sack the beer or have the beer later. And fill each milk bottle with a drop of Curacao or Kia or coconut. And you've got individual red, white, blue cocktails and red, white and blue straws. And you can toast the nation with these wonderful theatrically inexpensive inspired drinks and do mocktails for the children. So, it becomes a whole inclusive thing. I mean, obviously later on at night, you're not going to have the cocktail maker there, but I just think that is the way to celebrate. And then Sunday night, we've got the big concert, which is going to be mega.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, some people will be, going down the road to that here in Windsor, but a lot of people, even in Berkshire, where it's happening, just a few hundred yards away, a few miles away, will be watching it on the TV at home with friends and family again.
Well, I think if you're in Windsor, you park yourself outside Windsor Castle with all your guests and all your mates and everything, and have the ultimate coronation party. And if you want lots of tips, and I have to put this in here because I know Gary Barlow and Take That are performing on Sunday night. And he's a client of mine, and I wrote a book during lockdown called Tailor Made, which is the whole story, and it's got all tips and bits and everything in there of how to make the ultimate party, and it's a good read. So yeah, that's what I would do. It's not fillet steak and champagne.
Thank you so much, Liz Taylor, professional party planner, with us with her thoughts. Maybe you want to chip in with more of that, the coronation events we're mentioning. Maybe you got a question for the people who want your vote tomorrow in West Berkshire. The last of our local election debates coming up.